Hey, how's it going? How's it going? What's up, YouTube family? Today I'm going to be talking about why is it so hard to find a therapist? Like, for real, everyone says, go to therapy, get a therapist, you got to talk about your trauma. It's because you don't want to hear about my trauma anymore because I keep talking about it. Like, come on, I feel like that's what it is. To a certain extent, I can't help but feel like sometimes people in your family will direct you and almost command you and beg you to go to therapy because they don't want to deal with your damage because it reminds them of their damage and it reminds them of what they have either inflicted on you through the trauma they put you through, or it makes them think of all their horrible trauma that they never dealt with, that they push down, that they medicate with drugs and alcohol, that they act like it's all good. But in reality, they've got a hardened heart. They've got hatred. They've got poison inside. And they see the same potential in you. And it probably breaks their heart because they think, I don't want him, I don't want her to live life like that. I don't want them to walk around empty. I don't want them to walk around being a husk of a man or woman. I don't want them to have their confidence affected for the rest of their life. But it gets to a point too, let's be real here, if you're really depressed, don't nobody want to hear about that all the time. Everybody's got their own problems. Life keeps throwing punches at you. You got to get something fixed around the house. Your job laid you off. Your girl doesn't like you anymore. She doesn't want to talk to you. It's always something. And if it's not something, it's something else. So people don't want to hear about your problems over and over again. No matter how much they love you, they don't want to hear about the same old, oh, well, I tried, but it's just too hard and I feel like I can't do it and I feel like I'll never be able to. Nobody wants to hear that, bro. Like, to some extent, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta love yourself, bro. Because if you don't have people in your life who are willing to listen to all of that, and you put it all out there and you give them your heart, you give them your soul, if they're not willing to listen, if they're not willing to reciprocate that back to you, then they're not really real because that's what friendship is for. That's what genuine community is for, bro, which a lot of people don't even have now. They just have it on Discord. They just have it on my Steam group, which, newsflash, it's not going to do it for you, bud. Making some small talk with the Starbucks barista, if that is the epitome of your social interaction for the week, you're cooked. I mean, that's not good, brother. Whoever's watching this, brother, sister, whoever you are, I encourage you, just find people around you that you can pour into and they can pour into you. Be honest about all that trauma. Be honest about all that hurt. Be honest about all the bad negative thoughts you might still have. And there's nothing wrong with you for having them because it's normal. It's normal. I mean, with the way things are now, with everything that people have been through, with all the childhood trauma and all the fatherlessness and all the motherlessness and the lack of guidance and the lack of counsel and the lack of discipline and the lack of wisdom and the lack of common sense and all of these things and the prevalence of promiscuity and the prevalence of a lack of empathy and a prevalence of main character syndrome. I know I'm really going off right now. I know I'm going on a rant, but I need to get this out. In a society that breeds these things, how can you just be okay by yourself? How can you just be all day scrolling and just be okay? You're not going to be, bro. You need well-rounded life. You need exercise. You need sunlight. You need to admire God's beautiful creation. You need to love one another. You need to find people who love you, and you need to love them with your whole heart. That's what you need. Whoever is hearing this, I pray that you don't find a therapist. I pray that you find people who you can treat them like therapists. And I know that might come off the wrong way, but really having real ones around, they'll be real. And when you're real, they'll listen and they'll respond with something just as real. They'll respond with something you actually need to hear. And it won't just be some therapist sitting there like, and how does that make you feel? Do you feel sad? Do you feel like I charge too much? And the answer would be yes. Have you heard about the prices? Dude, Don't even get me started. If you're not on your parents' insurance, still, oh, dude, you might as well just give up, bro. I mean, that goes for therapy and the doctor and the dentist and all that. If you're still on your parents' insurance now, bro, go to the dentist, go to the doctor, maybe find a therapist, do whatever you can, get glasses, do whatever you can before you run out of your parents' insurance. It is a blessing, and you will regret it when it's gone. Trust me. So, basically, the takeaway from this is your community should be your therapy. It should be your healing. It should be your zen time. It should be when you love life, because we live life for others, not for ourselves. Newsflash. It's not all about you. Yes, it's your life. Yes, it's your movie, but it's only as good as the company you keep. It's only as quality as the souls you surround yourself with. I hope that this touched you, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this kind of video? And what's your experience, your personal opinion on therapy? And if you already made it this far into the video, you might as well hit that like, because I would really, really super like that. No Twitch streamer. So, yeah, go ahead, throw me a like, subscribe, go down to the comments. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you want to see me win, if you want to support me, if you want to help a brother out, as they say, you can do that, but you don't have to.